What is going on, YouTube? So coming back today, just got done with the Raptors-Bucks game. It was honestly a very entertaining game. Good last two games in the NBA Finals, Conference Finals. The Warriors shown out well. It doesn't look like KD's going to play until he absolutely has to. But then the Raptors and the Bucks are both kind of vying for a good series, better than expected. I think a lot of people were hoping the Raptors would win just to even out the series a little bit. The Bucks kind of dominated the first two games of the series, especially game two. But this one really pushed into a good game, double overtime. Chris Middleton saved the Bucks in regulation at the end of the fourth quarter with the layup. I believe brought it to 96. The game itself, the two overtimes weren't that high scoring. A relatively even game on both sides. Saw Kawhi Leonard, despite his, it looked like ankle injury, played pretty heavy minutes. Giannis played well. He actually came up a little bit lame in the in the second overtime, I believe it was. But nonetheless, big game from both guys. And I think Chris Middleton was the big player for the Bucks down the stretch. This is really setting up for a massive game four. Obviously, if the Bucks are able to take control 3-1, I think the series is pretty much in their hands, especially going back home for game five. If the Raptors can get game four, though, I mean, we've got a dead even series. Who knows which way it would fall, especially with the way Kawhi's playing right now. If he's ultimately healthy, then I think that's huge. He was having trouble even getting any sort of lift in the second half after that ankle injury. And so that's something important to watch here. But I think another player that was intriguing to watch here, actually there were two players for the Raptors that were game deciding in a good and a bad way throughout the game. Marc Gasol hit a big three in one of the overtime. In double overtime. And then Pascal Siakam is two key free throws that would have won the Raptors the game in regulation, but then also came up big in overtime, and he had a good game through and through anyway. Let me see if I can pull up the game stat sheet here, just see if I can highlight anything else. We'll move back to the Warriors and the back tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Time. I believe West Coast, that would be 6 p.m. So that one will be an important series to watch there as well. Yeah, Blazers, they put up a good fight. It's just the Warriors keep coming away with big runs in the second half, putting the Blazers away at this point. Comeback looks almost impossible. It's just going to be hard to beat the here. I apologize for the delay on that. Again, 112-118 final score. I think it was Giannis and Chris Middleton. Yeah, they got the heaviest minutes for the Bucks. Off the bench, though, big games for the Bucks from George Hill and Malcolm Brogdon. George Hill was actually always there when it was convenient for them. I believe he came up with a team high of 24 points, or was that? No, yeah, George Hill had the team high 24 points. 7 or 9 from the field, 3 or 4 from three. Had a big corner three there. I believe it was the first overtime. Now, as far as the Raptors go, again, Pascal Siakam, Marc Gasol both shot 50% from the field. They totaled 31 points. Kawhi Leonard had the game high of 36, but they both got double doubles. Marc Gasol had 5 blocks. When the series shifts to game four, I really do think that the Bucks are going to be a little bit better as far as the starting five goes. Giannis didn't have his best game ever. I mean, it's hard to argue that when he posts 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 blocks. So, I mean, scoring-wise, though, wasn't his best game. But the Bucks just normally shoot better from three-point range. George Hill, Malcolm Brogdon, Chris Middleton, and name's slipping my mind right now. Excuse me. Eric Bledsoe. What I was looking at there. Eric Bledsoe had a really bad game from the field, 3 of 16. So I think that's a player to watch moving forward here as well. But the Bucks also shortened the rotation big time, considering they went into double overtime. Really only played 8 players in the game. So we got a little bit of playing time, but not a whole lot there. But again, Raptors kind of saving themselves here as far as the Raps and the Blazers goes. It took 6 games here for them to get the first win. So it's nice that there will be some competition ahead of what I would still say is probably going to be a Bucks Warriors finals. Now the Bucks did prove to be a little bit flawed. When Giannis isn't posting a perfect offensive performance and Eric Bledsoe comes up as honestly laying from the field as he did, there's going to be some flaws in the Bucks game. That's just plain and simple. But also, I think the Bucks are probably going to shoot better than 32% from 3-point range next game. Also, this was just a really bad scoring game from the Bucks. I think they 125 and 108 the last 2 games, and then come out with only 112 in regulation, then 2 overtimes here. So that if the Raptors defense can hold strong, I mean, the Raptors did have some strongly contested threes, so that's nice on them for the closeout there. And like I said, just in general, Siakam, Leonard, and Gasol were all pretty good on defense. It was nice to see the improvement from Gasol. I know that he had been slipping a little bit in the playoffs ahead of now. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Again, I will try to come back with something for the Warriors and the Blazers for tomorrow. Game 4 over in Portland. Again, Blazers have played a pretty good series, even shy of the Warriors not having Kevin Durant. It's just been unfortunate the way that fourth quarters have closed out for them. And it's really hard to shut down that Warriors team, especially when they're shooting as well as they are. But anyway, that is pretty much it.